Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I am HollyLynora and we are, as you saw in the thumbnail, as you saw in the title, we are doing a basic eyeshadow 101. I had one of you suggest this video, ask for this video, and you are receiving, girl. Here it is. We are doing very basic, nothing too overwhelming. I don't want to get into liquid eyeliner, anything that could complicate or overwhelm a viewer. I want you to leave this video feeling like, oh, okay, I can do that. So we are going to keep it pretty simple, pretty quick. I'm going to do one eye, an everyday look, in my opinion. A basic everyday look, and then the other eye will do a little bit more dramatic, a little more fancy, but we are sticking with eyeshadows. So if you are new here, thank you so much for clicking. Go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell, hit that thumbs up button. If you are not new, hi, welcome back. Love you guys, rock stars. Let's get into the video. I set up this whole thing and forgot the actual eyeshadow palette that I was going to use. Sometimes okay, I got it. This palette that I chose today is from Morphe. It is a very basic, in my opinion, basic. Anybody can use it once you learn the colors. It is a bigger palette. I thought about doing something that was a little more, you know, you get 4 shades and that's it, because that's very simple. That can get rid of the confusion and what colors do I use, what do, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know the story. I think we've all been there. There are tons of eyeshadow palettes that I could sit here and we could go through, but that would make this video probably 3 days long. So I wanted to pick the most basic, but also options so you can go from day to night. And this is actually the fall into Frost palette from Morphe. The colors are very basic. They are very simple, nothing overwhelming. We're not playing with hot pinks, bright blues, none of that today, since this is just a 101 class. You've got matte shades and we have shimmer shades. I see transition / crease shades. I see a smoky eye potential. I see an everyday look in this palette. And also it is inexpensive. Morphe, their eyeshadows, really good quality, and it's not going to cost you a lot of money. And I forgot my primer. Gee willikers. Okay, I think I have everything in front of me now. Sorry. But back to business. I have the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This is one of my top primers. It works wonderfully and the color is very neutral. They have different shades to match different skin tones, which is lovely. It looks like this. I simply take my finger and pat right over my eyelids, or you can take a beauty sponge, baby blendiful, whatever you choose. I do think the finger is the easiest way. If you are not a firm believer in that primer situation yet, that's okay. We're gonna be all right. You can use a concealer. This is my current favorite concealer right now. This is the Giorgio Armani. You don't even have to use an expensive concealer. You can use drugstore, whatever. Just take it, dab a little bit on your eyelids and blend it in, and there you go. You've got yourself an eye primer. Okay, I am going to prime my eyes really quick and we will get started with this eyeshadow 101. Okay guys, so eyelids are primed and I did throw some eyebrows on, just a little bit, a little fill in, and threw my hair back. Let's get started. So the first thing that you guys should know about eyeshadow, the basics, you do need brushes. Can you do a full eyeshadow look with just your fingers? It would be hard to stick with the phalanges, but it can be done. If you want to do a crease shade, a winged eyeshadow, I mean, those things get a little bit difficult and brushes help immensely. But if you want to do all fingers, you go with the phalanges, girl. So all of my eyeshadow brushes, well, that one's in the way, are here. They are cleaned we are going to start with an everyday look, and we are going to start with a crease brush. This is my absolute favorite one. This is from Urban Decay, and it is the E201. You can see with this crease brush that it is fluffier, great for blending, and that windshield wiper motion that we hear oh so much here on YouTube. So this eye is going to be the everyday look, and I am going to start with a crease / transition shade, and that shade is just going to soften harsh lines. It's going to add dimension to your eyes, and it's really going to set the tone for that eyeshadow look that you're going for, whether it is super glammed up or everyday. So to be soft and gentle, I am going to go in with this matte shade right here all over my crease. Grab a little on the brush and tap off the excess. It's just like salt and pepper. You can always add more, but it's pretty hard to recover when you've added too much. So I am just going to start at the inner corner of my eye, and we are just going to windshield wiper motion back and forth. And I do have hooded eyes, so I have to pull up so that way when I open my eyes, what I have done is not covered up. And you see how well this brush blends. Morphe, as I said before, inexpensive, and they also have very great eyeshadow brushes, a large selection for you to choose from, but this Urban Decay one is my favorite. And so here we have a crease shade. Easy as pie, just like that. Next, I am going to go all over the lid. We are going to take, by the way, this is made to be a fall palette, but just because it's titled that does not mean that you can only use it during the fall. Clearly. Let's go in with this burgundy shimmer shade right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Urban Decay. It is a flathead brush. You can see these are very dense and they are flat, great for patting on your eyeshadow. This is the E210 from Urban Decay. You can spray your brush down with setting spray and it helps pick up the shimmer and the glitter colors a lot. But since this is just 101, we're just going to stick with the basics. I'm not going to spray this. I'm going to go right in with that shade. Pick it up on my brush. Tap off the excess and pat it on. We're just tapping it. We're not rubbing it in. So that did show up, but now I'm going to take my finger right there on my finger, and do you see where I put my finger, how well that showed up? It's so much better. If you have a shimmer shade or a glitter shade, just go ahead and use your finger, unless you don't want the shimmer and the glitter to show up that much. I would just stick with using the finger. With that being said, I'm going to go in with a different finger and use this light shimmer shade right here, second to last, and we're just going to fill in the inner part of the lid and as well as the inner corner. See how well that went on with my finger? And push it into that color that we used on the center of the lid. So you want everything to blend together, everything to stand as one look and not one eyeshadow color, different eyeshadow color, a third eyeshadow color. You want it all to go together. Unless you want to do the three, you know what, you do you. And because I have noticed a couple of spots that could use a little bit of blending, I'm sure you can see that right there. I'm just going to take this crease brush, I'm going to pick this crease brush. Why can't I say that together? This crease brush that we use for the crease shade, and I'm just going to blend everything in. Windshield wiper motions again. You can always go back to that crease shade and pick up some more. But right now we're just blending it all in. So I did pick up a little more on my brush, and we'll just rub that right in. And to soften this look just a hair, since this is an everyday, little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glitter look, I am going to go in with this beige skin-like matte right here. And with my finger, or you can use a fluffy brush, a clean crease brush, just like that. You can barely see that. And I'm just going to buff out my brow bone and just kind of smooth things over. Okay, since this is 101, I am not going to smoke out the lower lash line. This is everyday, just something cute. You could wear this to work, you could wear this to school. And without highlighting the brow bone, we just used 3 colors. Simple as that. I am going to go in with mascara for this everyday look. This I highly recommend. This is the Bambi Eye Mascara, and it is fabulous. If you want length and separation, those spider-like lashes, this is your go-to. Inexpensive, who's your girl? And these are my lashes with the Bambi Eye Mascara. I hope you guys can see that. All right. That was it. Pretty basic, pretty 101-y for an everyday look. Now let's hop into a little bit fancier. Not too much fancy. Like I said, I do not want to overwhelm anybody. But maybe if you just wanted to add a soft little touch, a little wing, let's get into it. Okay, as you saw, this eye is primed, and for this fancier look, we are going to do a slight little winged with eyeshadow look, so therefore I'm not going to go in. Actually, you know what? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I'm not, because that's just more colors adding on, more So we will start. So I'm going to go in with this same shade that we used for the crease, right? Anyway, I'm going to go in with this shade right here with a smudge brush. This is the Morphe M431, and it is exactly as it says. It is short, it is precise, not as precise as other brushes, but it is a more precise brush, and it does exactly as it says. Smudges so you can create a smokier look. Tap off. And I'm going to close my eye and look down into my little handheld mirror here and start right at the corner and just press along until I get into the center of my lid. Boy, that's a crazy look. Okay, I don't like doing that. And I'm just gonna work my way up, pressing and smudging as I go. Getting softer with the pressure as I go out towards my temple. I'm going to grab a little more on my brush and continue to build that wing out. And now see, here is where you can see where, yes, I have hooded eyes, because it looks like it's a straight angle, and as soon as I open my eye, it just looks, it's a hooded eye. And I'm actually going to go in with the other side of this smudge brush, and we will dive into just a little bit this black right here. I'm using the other side of the brush, just ever so lightly. Definitely tap it off. And I'm just going to go over right at the bottom of my lash line and smudge this black into this brown. Okay, and now we have a little bit of a wing going on here. We are going to blend everything together, kind of lay everything together to blend it with this light brown right here. This is more of a fancier look, so sorry that I'm using more than 3 colors. I did change my mind and want to do a little bit on the crease. Tap off, and we are going to windshield wiper motions into where we just laid that wing. That just really ensures that you don't have any harsh lines, brings your whole eye look together. That's why that transition / crease shade is really important. I want to go in with my finger. You don't always have to use brushes. Please don't let not having makeup brushes or the exact right one that whoever uses, don't let that stop you from doing a makeup look. You go for it, girl. This kind of army green right here, and it has some gold shimmer in there. Let's go. On my finger, yeah, that's really pretty. And I'm going to tap this on the center of the lid, not going all the way into that wing. I'm kind of going up with the wing. See how well these things apply with your finger? Utilize what God gave you, girl. And now to top it off, we are going to go in with a lighter color, of course, for the inner corner and the inner lid. Let's top it off with this guy right here. Kind of goldy beigey, super pretty, different finger. In we go. These are the creamiest eyeshadows, and I'm telling you, inexpensive. And we'll just fill in the lid. Inner corner. Push it into the center lid color. And last but not least, to add on to this fancier glam look, it's not too crazy glam, but you see how it's a little bit more fancy. We are going to go back into this black matte with this same smudge brush that we used earlier. I'm going to get a little bit on the tip, tap it off, and I am just going to smoke out my lower lash line ever so slightly, and I'm just going to bring it to the center of my eye. Doing that creates a rounder, bigger eye. If you want smaller eyes, go ahead and bring it all the way into that inner corner. Very light pressure. Okay guys, so that was your pretty basic, pretty simple eyeshadow 101 class. We have the everyday eyeshadow look right here, no lashes, and then we have the more fancy, more date night, but not too glam look right here. You can see the difference. I did throw a lash on just because it is a fancier look. And then this guy is everyday. Nothing too complicated. If you leave here with anything today, make it this. Blend, blend, blend. If you feel like your shadow has harsh lines, it doesn't look like you saw on the internet or in a magazine, whatever it may be, keep blending. Keep blending. And you can always, before you get in the bed at night, before you wash your face, go ahead and just pick a look, play around, take 5 minutes and just try a look out. Practice. Practice makes perfect. That's how I got my winged eyeliner down every single night. Draw them on, and that was practice. And finally, I actually got it. It took me a while because my face is not symmetrical. I had to learn how to go with one side of my face, and then I had to learn a different way to go with this side of my face and make them match. Whew. That was rough. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching, for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of this class. If you have other eyeshadow tips, go ahead and leave them down below. Let's all share and be friends here. Yes, my rock stars. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe, ring the bell, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.